the second type of ratio in accounting ratio, that is solvency ratio. Solvency, there are 4 types of ratio. In today's topic, we have taken the first ratio, that is debt to equity ratio. See, debt to equity ratio. First, I will tell you what is solvency ratio. See, solvency ratios are there. That means a business is in a position to meet its long-term financial obligation of the business. So, it is in a position to meet the long-term liabilities of the business. We will be calculating with the help of the solvency ratio. See, in this first, debt to equity ratio is equal to debt by equity. What is debt to equity ratio? See, debt to equity ratio means it is computed to assess long-term financial soundness of the business. The ratio expresses the relationship between long-term external equity, that is external debt, and internal equities. So, in this we will be able to give a clear picture now of how the long-term liability, that is the external liability, can be met by the internal liability, that with the help of the shareholders fund. So, how will you calculate long debt? See, debt means long-term borrowings plus long-term provision can be taken into account, or total debt minus current liability, or you can compute it by capital employed minus equity. I know children, it is very difficult to buy heart everything, but if you understand it logically, it will be very useful for you. See, for this simple understanding, I will give you the picture of balance sheet. See, what is a balance sheet? What are the 3 main headings? This is your liability side. This is your asset side. Is it not? Liability and asset side. What are the 3 major headings here? 3 major headings in the balance sheet. You have the shareholders fund. You have non-current liability, current liability. Is it not? In asset side, what are the 2 major headings? Non-current asset, and second one is current asset. See, for any reason, please don't forget the balance sheet main heading and the subheading. See, if I am going to talk about debt means, that is, I am going to talk about the long-term liabilities. If I am going to talk about the long-term liability, I have to take account non-current liability. What is non-current liability? Non-current liability comprises of long-term borrowing plus long-term provision. There is another way of calculating it. How can you calculate? Suppose they have given you total debt. What is total debt? Non-current liability plus current liability will be your total debt. Is it not? So, if I am going to have total debt, that is non-current liability and current liability, if I am going to subtract total debt minus current liability, will I not get this non-current liability? It is a simple logical thing. Then if I am going to have this capital employed, what is a capital employed? Capital employed is my shareholders fund plus non-current liability. See, capital employed, both if I am given. So, if I am going to subtract this one, shareholders fund, capital employed minus shareholders fund, I will get the non-current liability. So, children, for that, I always want this non-current liability. Non-current liability is nothing but long-term borrowings plus long-term provision is to be taken into account, whatever is the subheading. Suppose if they give you total debt, what you have to do? What is the total debt? Non-current liability plus current liability. If you subtract this current liability, you will get non-current liability. If they give you capital employed, then capital employed minus equity, that is shareholders fund, will give you non-current liabilities. Now, I want equity. What is an equity? Equity is shareholders fund. In shareholders fund, we will have reserves and surplus. So, equity is, see, for the equity, I want this first main heading, that is shareholders fund. In shareholders fund, what do you have? Share capital plus reserves and surplus you will be having. See, other way is, if I want the equity to be found out, I can otherwise say as total asset minus total debt, I can say. See, total asset minus total debt. What is total asset? Total asset is what? My non-current asset, and my current asset will be my total asset. See, in this total asset, if I am going to subtract my total debt, that is non-current liability and current liability, I will be getting the equity. So, this formula has been given. But logically, if you understand the balance sheet, you will be able to easily find out what is debt. See, debt to equity ratio, children, it is a pure ratio. It is expressed in 2:1. If you say that if the debt is 2 times more than the shareholders fund, it is the firm is doing a fair business. Now we have seen debt is equal to long-term borrowing plus long-term provision. Long-term borrowings are what? It is debentures, loans and loans taken from bank and financial institution. Long-term loans will come. And long-term provisions are those funds which is like leave encashment, provision for gratuity, all those will come under long-term provision. Now, let us see a sum which is related to this debt to equity ratio. See first, debt to equity ratio, what is debt? What are we going to take for debt? See, for debt, can we take shareholders fund? This is what? Equity. Equity is what? Shareholders fund, that is equity is equal to share capital is equity. Then general reserve will come under equity. Surplus also will come under equity, that is shareholders fund. Okay. So if you add all these three items, then that is 1 lakh plus 45,000 plus 30,000 will give you equity as 1,75,000. Okay. Now, debt. Debt is what? Long-term borrowings and long-term provisions. Now, can we take debentures? Yes, long-term borrowings, we have debentures also. We have to take debentures. Then comes the long-term provision. Long-term provisions we have to take. Should we take outstanding expenses? Outstanding expenses should not be taken because it comes under current liability. Only these two items we have to take, that is 75,000 plus 25,000, which will give you 1 lakh as your debt. So, debt to equity ratio 1 lakh divided by equity 1,75,000. What will be the amount? You will get 0.75 as your answer. So it is 0.57:1 as your answer will be this. So shall we go to the next problem, children? We have the second sum. That is, in second sum they have given you total asset 1,25,000, total debt is 1 lakh, current liabilities is 50,000. Now how to calculate it? First we have to take the debt. In debt, they have given you what they have given you, total debt they have given you. As I said, children, it is shareholders fund, non-current liability, current liability, and the total asset is non-current asset, current asset. Now, in debt we have to focus for the non-current liability. See, total debt is what? Total debt is non-current and current liability will be your total debt. Is it not? So, total debt, we can say from this, if I am going to subtract this current liability from this total, if I subtract this current liability, these both total, if I am going to subtract the current liability, will I not get the non-current liability that the debt I will get? Minus current liability is debt. So what is total debt? Total debt is 1 lakh rupees the total debt, and the current liability is 50,000, which will give you the debt as 50,000. Now equity we have to find out. What is equity? That is shareholders fund. See, shareholders fund. How to find out the shareholders? We have the total asset. Total asset comprises of non-current asset and the current asset, which they have given you as 1,25,000, and you know this both the things. That is total debt is 1,50,000. So if I am going to subtract this one, both the things, that is, sorry, 1 lakh is a total debt. So from 1,25,000, if I am going to subtract this 1 lakh, I will get the shareholders fund. So I can say that equity is equal to total asset minus total debt. So what is total asset? Total asset is 1,25,000 is total asset. So total debt is 1 lakh rupee is total debt. So equity is 25,000. So when I apply the formula, that is 50,000 by 25,000. So debt by equity, debt is 50,000 divided by 25,000. I'll be getting 2 by 1, that is 2 is to 1 is your answer for debt to equity ratio. Now we are going to see the second ratio in solvency ratio, that is total asset to debt ratio. See, total asset to debt ratio is also a very easy ratio. The formula for that is total asset by debt. So to what is total asset? Asset, as I have already said, it is non-current asset plus the current asset. Debt we have already seen, that is long-term liability, that is your long-term provision and long-term borrowing will give you the debt. Now we will see a sum which is related to, you need to calculate the total asset to debt ratio. Now they have given you the total asset. Total asset is 7,50,000. Total debts is 8 lakh. Creditors 75,000. Bills payable 30,000. Bank OD, that is bank overdraft 37,500. Outstanding expenses 17,500. So now we have the total debt, total asset 7,50,000, that is given directly in the sum, no problem. Now total debt they have given you. See, I want total debt in the sense I want only non-current liabilities, that is long-term debt alone I want. Total debt include of everything, current liability as well as non-current liability. From this total debt I have to subtract all the current liability. What are current liability? Creditor is a current liability, bills payable is a current liability, bank overdraft is a current liability, and outstanding expenses is also a current liability. So we need to subtract everything to get the debt. Shall we do it, children? So total debt minus creditors minus bills payable minus bank OD, that is bank overdraft, minus outstanding expenses. So now you have total debt as 8 lakh rupees minus creditors 75,000. Then you have bills payable 30,000. Then you have minus 37,500 minus 17,500. So 8 lakh minus 75,000 minus 30,000 minus 37,500 minus 17,500 will give you the answer as 6,40,000. So total asset is what? 7,50,000 divided by 6,40,000. 40,000. So you need to calculate it. The answer will be 1.17:1 will be your answer. This is a very easy ratio. That's why I've taken only one sum as an example sum. So try keep practicing with the solvency ratio. Today's topic, debt to equity ratio and total asset to debt ratio. This is a very important topic and an easy topic also you can do, children. Thank you for watching this video.